Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the CSN3M Mindset Monday podcast. I am Andrew Wade with Case Specific Nutrition. For those of you that don't know, on this channel we focus on the 3M's: mindsets, myth busting, and mentoring, all as they pertain to health and nutrition. We are so excited to be back again for another season. For any first-time listeners, this is Season 2. We did a full year, a full 52 episodes in 2019 into 2020. And now to kick off 2021, we're going to dive back in and do another 52 episodes. We're extremely excited to get right back into it. We've got some new visions and plans, and we're really excited to be able to share a lot of really good content with you this year. For previous listeners, Season 1 was a lot of short, sweet mindsets and myth busts. You know, the average podcast was 12 to 15 minutes long, and most of them were me discussing a key concept or idea or topic relating to health and nutrition. We did have some interviews, particularly across the case-specific nutrition team throughout the course of the season. You met quite a few of the dietitians that work within our 6 locations here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the surrounding area. You met, I believe, 8 of our dietitians, as well as our intern, our director of operations, our director of community impact, our lead strength coach of our facility, and maybe even 1 or 2 others I am not thinking of. But this year we promise to come back and do things even just a little bit better and as a result a little bit differently. There are still going to be quite a few podcasts of me talking about a key concept, but we're going to try and do more interviews this year. So the plan is that there will be interviews where I'm interviewing other professionals, both inside and outside the case-specific walls, both inside and outside the area of nutrition as well. We're going to look at the different expertises in the world of health and wellness and self-care. And then we're also going to be interviewing quite a few more clients, individuals that are working on their goals, working on their ambitions, and we're going to vary it. We're going to talk to some of our athletes. We're going to talk to some of our lifestyle people. We're going to talk to some of our behavioral and disordered eating and self-confidence people. We're going to talk to some of our chronic disease managers. We're going to try and get a good view of all the different client types that Case Specific works with, and give an opportunity to have some people that might relate to the audience and the listeners, so that you can hear about other people's journeys and collect some tips, tricks, and successes that they've found along the way as they navigate their own path. So we're excited to offer a year that's going to have more interviews, which means I'll be in discussion back and forth and talking through ideas, and hopefully I won't be, the smartest person in the room most of the time, which is a good thing. It always is enjoyable when I'm around super smart people that have passion about what they're doing. I love to pick brains and I love to learn, and I hope you do too. And if so, you're in the right place. So Season 2 is off to a great start. We've got a list of interviewees, and we've got some really good topics to start off the year. Today, the main objective is to talk a little bit about the new year of case-specific nutrition, CSN3M, as well as talk through some thoughts that are case-specific to help you on your journey. I know many of us are exiting the holiday season and exiting what can only be described as an intense 2020, and looking ahead and looking for some things to maybe dial back into self and get back into levels of self-care. And there's opportunities across the spectrum. There's the age-old new year, new you, where people jump into challenges and hyper-focused short-term periods. And there's the individuals that just want to use this as a nice reset and refresh coming off of time that might have been spent traveling a little bit or bunkered down at home, consuming some of the annual seasonal dishes and fare. And many find that on the other side of it, they're ready to pay attention to their health and wellness and use the time off to reorganize so that they can go into this, this next bout of time feeling a little more in tune. So For those of you out there that are unfamiliar with case-specific nutrition, let me start by saying welcome. And we are a dietitian private practice in Pennsylvania, particularly in the Pittsburgh and Allegheny County region. We have dietitians and other wellness practitioners, and we work on helping people understand their journey of health and work through their obstacles to find and achieve their goals. In the world of case-specific, we work with each person individually, which means we have different clients of different kinds, and we use different tools and resources and mindsets to assist them on their path based on what they're trying to do. We like to say here that a journey of self-discovery starts with understanding yourself, your environment, and how those two things interact. And it is our job as nutrition experts and wellness professionals to help provide people with an understanding of their environment, and then also help foster a growing relationship with yourself or themselves and their goals. And so the goal of this podcast is always to provide information that helps people that are curious-minded navigate and investigate their path and their journey. It's not news that there's a lot of nutrition information out there. There's a lot of variety, in the world, and there's a lot of conflicting notions and opposing viewpoints. And, on social media and other areas, we are absolutely flooded with opinions and tips and tricks. And unfortunately, most individual tips and tricks don't tell you much of a story about yourself, and most instances don't connect to you in a personal way, and as a result are left feeling pretty hollow. Our job is to help you as an individual better understand your environment, and then also better understand what you're trying to accomplish, whether that be improving your health and well-being, whether that be improving the health of your family, whether that be improving your performance or becoming more in tune with your needs. We are the people that are designed and educated to support all of those things. And so some of the things I want to set you into the new year with, knowing that the goal of this podcast and everyone that came before it and everyone after it was to open your mind to the information that is out there so that you are better able to navigate and make decisions and align with things that make sense to you. We are really trying to help you find your own path. And I think that is not just something that, we want to relate to just New Year's time. That's really in general. We want you to make your own path. Most people this time of year dive into some preconceived or pre-built list of habits or to-dos, and they look at them as obligations and they look at them as challenges. And unfortunately, those things end up being left somewhat hollow because you don't actually connect with them. The reality is, if you're serious about changing your health, and if you're going to use the start of this new year as a platform to try and formally insert new positive things into your life, the key is that you need to be on a journey to fall in love with new things. You need to be excited and eager to learn new things. You need to realize that progress comes from trial and error, not just trial and action. And error is not failure. Error is obstacles being observed and then learned from. And if we can use that growth mindset, you can embark on a journey that sets you up to not just replace bad habits, so to speak, but instead to invest in new good habits that support you, support your way of life, allow you to feel more energy, allow you to feel happier, allow you to feel like you're in better tune with your environment and those around you. And so if I could give one piece of advice to everybody listening as you enter your new year, it is to make sure you take a little bit of time to connect with what you want to accomplish. If you have a goal, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? And then once you've identified what it is, identify why, and make sure that why is a good why, a strong why, not a why that someone else gave you, right? Not a why that is not yours. You need to own that why. You need to feel a personal desire and drive and ambition to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Once you've spent time thinking about what you're trying to accomplish and then why you want to accomplish it, from there, pick a couple things. Ideally, 2 would be a great starting point that you will actively do and plan to do those well. That is the simplest thing we can do. Oftentimes, we all know that There's a million little tips and tricks on how to be quote unquote healthier. But the reality is trying to do 10 things in multitask format is a really good way to do 10 things poorly. Where if you instead have a good clear picture and path of what you're trying to accomplish in these days that come, and then you pick 2 things that contribute to that, and you resolve to do those things well and do them consistently. And when you struggle with them, observe what is leading to that struggle, and then think of that as learning as opposed to failing, and use that as an opportunity to get better at it. What you will find is over the course of a month, instead of feeling exhausted, distracted, drained, and overwhelmed, you will instead feel empowered, supported, excited, and ready to build. People who succeed in changing their habits, whether it be for health reasons, whether it be for work reasons, whether it be for family reasons, whatever it is, people that succeed in rebuilding new habits are because they look forward, not backwards. They get excited about what they are doing, not obsessed with what they stopped doing or are choosing not to do. Fear of missing out is the single biggest sabotage for anybody that is trying to focus on new things. Just like an alcoholic, when they try to quit drinking, doesn't spend all their time missing the days of the bar, because if they do, they're inevitably going to go back. They instead begin investing in new ways of life that allow them to find enjoyment, happiness, and laughter without that. And while initially there might be some uncomfortable feelings and some resistance, in time that can become a new way of life that can provide obviously a lot of opportunity forward. That is not different for somebody that is trying to work on improving their health. That's not different for somebody that's trying to improve their performance. You need to identify what you want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish it, what's it going to do for you, and then pick 2 items that you will do consistently that are in that thought process that will allow that to take action. And when you do those 2 things consistently and you learn from the obstacles you face in doing those things, you will become better and better at it. But more importantly, you will start to enjoy those things. You will get the value from those things. And the value that you get from those things will empower your life, will make you feel positive, and will encourage you to continue looking ahead and building. It's called having an additive mindset. We talked about that a lot in season 1. But it is one of the single most essential things you could do in these coming weeks as you look to adapt habits and adopt habits, is look for additive behaviors, look for things that enhance your life, because the reality is most people are not going to have sustained change from removing and focusing on removal. Restriction and deprivation is not a long-term mindset. It is a short-term mindset. A long-term mindset comes from addition. So remember where you are looking. And keep in mind that every week, every Monday, you will have a CSN3M Mindset Monday podcast that's going to help point you in a direction, give you tips, tricks, thoughts, and mindsets to help make sure you feel supported. We are here to support and help you in every way possible. And to everybody out there, Happy New Year. Here's to a wonderful 2021 that has your health and well-being in mind. And please reach out to us and let us know if we can discuss any particular topics, or if there's something you want to learn more about. We would be more than happy to take requests and try and include them as we can. Until next week, I would like to thank you again for being a part of the case-specific nutrition community and the CSN3M community. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. This is episode 1 of what promises to be a very exciting and engaging season with a lot to learn. Share this on your favorite social media, and we always ask our followers to tag a friend or loved one and hashtag spread the health, because that is our campaign here at Case Specific Nutrition. We're trying to spread the health. For more Case Specific Nutrition content, please follow us at Case Specific Nutrition on all social media, and you can follow me at Pittsburgh Dietitian on Instagram, and you can check out our website, casespecificnutrition.com, for blogs and food recipe ideas and a lot of information about our services, whether they be nutrition counseling, virtual counseling, our meal delivery, our group classes, our diabetes prevention, our OptiLife Academy online course, our mobile app, our books, you name it. All of it is on casespecificnutrition.com, ready for you to take action and support you along the way in your path to health and wellness. Thank you, and we will see you next week for another CSN3M Mindset Monday.